this great article from Nick O'Malley on MassLive. You can find it at MassLive.com. I'm a big fan of his because he does the taste testing for MassLive. He's like the guy who goes before everybody else and scouts out all the new food stuff. We got him on the phone right now. Nick, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great because I'm caffeinated.
Yeah, I'm still, right, from this particular article. Now, you went around and you ranked the coffee from places that have drive-thrus, right? That they had to have. That was one of the qualifications. They had to have a drive-thru. What were the other qualifications? Was that it?
Basically, I just want to do any place where, like, okay, I'm exhausted in the morning. I need a coffee. I'm not getting out of my car, and it has to be fast. And I had to draw the line somewhere, so it had to be the drive-thru. Only reason that Cumbies got excluded from the ranking because they'd normally be a strong contender. Right.
And now my next question is, how many places did you end up going to?
12 total.
And was this done all in one day?
No, as much as I'd like to say I tried this. Yeah.
Because I was like, your video on your Instagram is pretty funny because you're definitely well caffeinated.
Oh yeah,
but
just in my car outside a Sonic, shouting at myself.
Awesome. So had to have a drive-through, and as far as coffee goes, like. I'm someone who just drinks coffee for the caffeine, pretty much. I do like a nice cup of quality coffee, artisanally grown with monkey poop and whatever, under the right conditions. But at the same time, I like a cheap cup of coffee, too, because I'm just going for the main line. Yeah, Adam.
I like brewed in flavor, not the syrups that are very sugary, the brewed in flavor. Yeah. So where did my place rank? It's on Hope Ave, near the Rotary on Hope Ave, the drive-thru over there. I forget what it's called, but. You know the place I'm talking about?
No.
We've talked about it. It's like a Donut Express.
Or something. I don't think Nick.
Right next to Giovanni's Bakery.
Right. Nick, I don't think you covered that one. These are mostly like
drive-through coffee.
Yeah, these are mostly chains.
They're like national fast food places.
Oh, not just coffee places.
Right. Although there are a couple. So let's get right into it. Give us right now the place that had the worst cup of coffee.
It was pretty much a tie between Taco Bell and Wendy's.
Whoa.
Taco Bell serves coffee?
Exactly, Adam.
Yeah.
When I read that, I was shocked. Had no idea. So why was Taco Bell's coffee terrible?
It basically had no flavor. The thing that came to mind to me was you're at a Friday night football game, you're tired, you're really cold, and you go order a cup of coffee, and you take a sip, and there's no flavor. You just scald your mouth, and it turns numb.
Yeah.
You're warmer, but eventually it cooled down, and it really did not get any better.
Yeah. I've been to a hockey rink. Yeah.
Does Taco Bell know they serve coffee?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm not sure they do because they don't have their own cup. Like every other to-go place has Wendy's has their a hot their own paper cup with their branding on it. The Taco Bell, it's just a blank cup.
They're even embarrassed by their coffee.
We're not putting our name on this.
Well, at least that's kind of like them admitting it. At least they kind of know. I mean, nobody really goes. Who goes? Can anybody? If anybody listening goes to Taco Bell for coffee, please let me know because I'm going for the 7-layer burrito or the gordita, whatever
or a Baja Blast.
Right, exactly. Yeah, go with the Baja Blast.
Did he say what it tied for last with yet?
Oh yeah, well he said Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah, and was it the same thing with Wendy's? Kind of watery, just hot brown water.
Yeah, really water. It tasted like someone refilled a used coffee mug with hot water. I had to pop it open, but this is not just clear, right?
I've done that when I've been low on coffee at home, and it's just I'll just brew as much as I can, and it just comes out brown water. Yeah. Okay, so now why don't you give us the top three, starting with number 3?
Number 3, it was basically the big one for everyone is Dunkin' came in for me at 3.
Wow,
and that's the one that's
a shock.
That it's that high, or
that it's that low.
Okay.
I thought it'd be number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, and why was that, Nick?
I'm a big fan of Dunkin'. It was basically for me, in a lot of cases, like, how does it rank between Dunkin', Honeydew, and Starbucks? Because those are the mainstays you're going to find in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks, it gets roasted into oblivion. Like, I kind of like it, but, like, it's a lot.
Right.
Starbucks?
Honeydew.
Yeah. Oh, it's burnt.
Honeydew mixes really well with flavors, but I feel like Dunkin' is the best balance of all of the sort of mainstay coffees that you can get everywhere.
You know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, but, like, the flavor's good, but I just found the top two a little bit better.
Okay. You know what I find weird about Dunkin' Coffee, and that's my go-to also. I have the app and everything,
yeah.
and I order it as a subscription to brew it at home. What's weird is when I make iced coffee at home, I don't get as much of a kick as I do when I get it at a Dunk's.
Me too.
Because it's watered down?
I don't know. I mean, I would figure my coffee is actually stronger because I make my coffee very strong. But when I get an iced coffee at a drive-thru at a Dunk's, for some reason, the caffeine hits me a lot harder.
But do you just make hot coffee and put ice in it?
Well, I make coffee and I leave it in the fridge.
Oh, you do? So you don't just put ice in and water it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch the ladies at Dunk's. I see how it's done.
Okay.
You know, but it's like, for some reason, I don't know why. I think I make it a lot stronger. For some reason, the caffeine doesn't hit me as much. I don't know.
He mentioned Honeydew. That's probably one of my favorite drive-thrus of the ones he mentioned. Where does McDonald's? Because McDonald's has very good coffee.
Right, and they just switched over to their own brand.
Yes, and that's very good. And does Panera have drive-thrus?
Yeah. Where did they end up?
They do occasionally. McDonald's is number 8. They're
really?
fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Panera's number 7. I describe right behind Starbucks. I describe them as it's just like a poor man's Starbucks.
Yeah.
Knockoff Starbucks. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Slightly inferior.
I'm offended.
How long did it take? Did you do this over 2 days or did you do it over a week?
About a week or so, because I did some regional chains because I went to Aroma Joe's up in the North Shore, but also went to Mary Lou's down the South Shore.
Now those
to try and get the coverage.
Now where did Aroma Joe's end up?
Aroma Joe's right in the middle at a little above average at number 5. I'm a big fan of theirs.
Okay, yeah, because that's definitely a regional North Shore. When I'm getting a North Shore beef, I'm usually getting a coffee there. But so what was number 2?
Number 2 was the biggest surprise and biggest upset of the group was Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
What? Again, had no idea that they serve coffee.
But what if you want coffee on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. It's
honestly, there was even if the coffee was blew my socks off, they weren't going to get number 1 because you can't get it on a Sunday. Which
yeah. Wow. So they're number 2.
Wow.
Yeah. I started drinking. Like I grabbed it from there. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay, I'm gonna drink this and go somewhere else. I started drinking. I'm like, wait, hold on, this is excellent.
They do serve breakfast, right? I think they serve breakfast. Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, and Taco Bell serves breakfast. Now that I think about it, so I guess they'd have to.
But coffee still doesn't make sense,
right? It doesn't make again. Like who goes to Chick-fil-A?
Did we ask him how he takes his coffee?
Oh, I take my coffee black.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important. That's a good.
Yeah, so do I. So who was number 1?
Mary Lou's.
Wow. See, I had a lot of when I was delivering for Amazon, that whole area down there in the southeast Massachusetts was the area I delivered in. And I drank a lot of Mary Lou's coffee. And I got to tell you, I wasn't impressed. But
really?
You rank it at number 1, huh?
Yeah. I mean, of all the ones, if you put all these coffees in front of me again, it'd be the one I'd grab first. I just thought it was super smooth, rich, almost had these like chocolatey notes.
What? I was not getting that at all. Maybe because I was tired. I was just mainlining it for the caffeine. Yeah, Adam.
Now I'd love to put them all in unmarked cups and put them in front of you
and
see if
test?
A blind taste test, if you would have the same results.
Yeah. Are you willing to do something like that, Nick?
Oh, absolutely.
All right,
I'm willing to do anything. Listen, I've eaten haggis for these food reviews. I'll do anything.
That's right. That's why I love Nick, man. Oh. He's the culinary adventurer.
It's like intestines,
he
right?
has your dream job, huh?
It's a stomach stuffed with. It's a stomach stuffed with
every year I run at the Big E like Wile E. Coyote at a painted a tunnel the Roadrunner painted on a wall, just full on crash into it.
That's awesome. Wow, Mary Lou's, your number 1 ranked coffee from a drive-thru. In Massachusetts. Yeah, Josh.
Were you sampling just one kind of coffee? Were you doing hot or iced or both?
Just hot.
Just
I was trying to remove as many variables as possible. I would love to have done like everything, but okay, just like the coffee and just as I know, iced coffee was sort of like the 1B option. I was sick of doing hot and ice, but I wanted to sleep again this year.
Yeah. I got a couple of texts here. This 508 texter is confirming Chick-fil-A's coffee is amazing.
Huh?
Wow. And then the 774 texter is asking about Dippin' Donuts. I do believe they also have a drive-through. That's
I like theirs a lot.
Yeah, they're like a regional thing.
Very good.
And gourmet donuts.
Oh, right.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Where
true.
did they rank?
Gourmet donuts and Dippin' Donuts I did not get on the list, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
which I'm kind of mad at myself because, like, I believe, are they in Western Mass more? Because I used to live out in Springfield.
who, Dippin' Donuts?
There's a lot of them in like the Fitchburg area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around
And there's-
Central Mass, yeah.
I know there's one with a drive-through in Spencer,
Yeah.
I believe. Spencer or Leicester. One of
Auburn,
those
I
places.
believe.
Yeah. Well, Nick, so much coffee, so little time, and you got to sleep at some point. But it's a great rundown, and we'll post it up on our X/Twitter feed at 100FM The Pike, so people can take a look at it. And then, listen, I appreciate you coming on with me this morning, and we will work out and arrange the blind taste test of these coffees and see if, in a laboratory situation, if the results are the same.
I am very excited to be a very caffeinated guinea pig.
All right. That's Nick O'Malley. MassLive.com is the place to go to check out his work, including the coffee rankings, what we were just talking about. Nick, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it.
Anytime.